Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today we're going to make hash, Frenchy Cannoli style. Famous hash maker. You're going to need a couple of things. Product, for one, we've got some trim. You'll need a scraper. You need some kind of mat, whether silicone or otherwise. You need some ice. You need access to a hose or water. Bucket. Different micron bags. They come in all different shapes and sizes. I'm going to use a few of these. Frenchy uses 4 different bags. He starts with 190, then 160, 45, and 25. If you don't have those exact numbers, don't worry about it. I don't either. I'm starting at 220, followed by 160, 73, and then 25. You should yield about 10% on average, but we ran our last batch, came up with not so great pucks here. But bad product in, bad product out. It's probably already been keefed. We're gonna try new bags, same ice, same cold ice, same method, and see what kind of result we've got. Having a nice bubble machine is gonna be helpful as well. You're gonna want a towel, some alcohol to soak the microns, because after the first and maybe third wash, it's gonna clog up. You'll no longer have that sift function. So we're going to fill this up a third of the way with ice, a third with our material, and then again a third, and kind of have a trim sandwich. Pack it with some ice, fill it with some water. We're going to run this about 5 or 6 times. The first one we're going to do for about 30 to 45 seconds. You want to make sure to start everything clean. Make sure to clean as you go. So after this first round, we're going to clean that micron bag. I'll show you that in a second after we drain this. Simply just take the hose, run it through, nice and green. We'll run that through all of our 4 bags. You can separate each bag with a different bucket if you want. I'm just going to run all the bags consecutively. We'll put some water in it, fill it up, and then run it for 2 minutes. Simply going to use our tool, scrape the bag. So after getting most of the hash, we're going to end up cleaning it with some alcohol, soak it, scrub it, get it really clean. So after we clean the smallest micron bag, in this case it's a 25 micron bag, we clean it with isopropyl alcohol, 99%, whatever you've got to clean it real good. Put it back in there, and now we're going to flush the second time after it ran for 2 minutes. After filling it a third time, we're going to run for 6 minutes now. You may find that the filter in the machine clogs, so by turning it on and off, that will spin it and hopefully unclog it and allow it to drain more. So after the second rinse, we're going to check the filters of the bubble bags. The trick to that is kind of just pretend like you're panning for gold. You want to just shake it, make sure that there's enough air. So, for example, there's holes at the bottom of this bucket, and if you don't lift it up and give it air, it's harder for that water to drain through as you sift to get the water to drain out a lot faster. Otherwise, you're going to be there for days hoping it just drains out. Top bag is refuse. You can just toss that out, throw it in the backyard or yard waste if it's legal in your state. We're going to open this up like a piping bag. Just going to scrape this out. can also grab an old Frisbee, throw it in the back of here. It makes for a nice little placement to scrape this out a lot faster. This is a 25 micron bag, so it should have better product. So after about 3/4 of the way through, we have about 2.5% yield. Normally you're looking at least 10% because we're using unusable trim. You know, we don't expect much. So after it's dried, we've got about 4.2 ounces here. So it's all mixed in from the different micron bags. You can see the different colors in there. But just like data, shit in, shit out. At least it's usable now.
So we're finally done with the hash. It was a very long process, took a while. We did about 2 or 3 different bags per day, obviously over a few different days. We'll leave a link to the show notes of how Frenchy does it. It takes him about an hour per cycle. I did it a little bit faster because the product I was using wasn't as good. Obviously, Frenchy Cannoli, professional, does a phenomenal job, starts with the best product. I didn't have that luxury, but for us, we're done. So with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out.